Hello everybody, this is Brand, and welcome to an English commentary of this round of 8 matchup between Forgg and Stork. This round of 8 matchup is being played March 7th, 2009, in the round of 8 in the Lost Saga MSL, and this is going to be featuring the winner of the last OSL, Stork, Protoss player, and the winner of the MSL 2 seasons ago, Forgg, who you see there on the left. Forgg winning his MSL 2 seasons ago in an improbable fashion, defeating Flash and then Jaedong, which at the time were considered probably 1 and 1A in best players around. You know, put them in whatever order you wanted to. Flash and Jaedong were the, you know, the best there were, period. And Forgg, which no one expected to win, knocked out Flash and knocked out Jaedong to take down that title. And here we have, in the other corner, the Dino Toss, Stork, sitting there in his very nice blue jacket there, always bundled up really well for these matchups. I'm sorry, just a little bit ridiculous sometimes looking at these players wearing these heavy coats to play computer games in, but it is for a reason, of course, to hopefully keep them warm, keep their blood moving, so they can, you know, have the high AP which they are known for, making sure their fingers don't get cold, their extremities don't get cold. It does make sense, but it's just sometimes a funny sight to look at. And this matchup, I do believe, I think it's going to be a good matchup for one. Forgg, I would say, is one of the least beloved pro gamers around. I haven't known many people to have that much love for Forgg. Zero. So, and Stork, of course, on the other side is probably one of the most beloved Protoss around. I mean, just look at him. I mean, Stork looks like a nice guy. He's like a friendly player, a guy you can sit down, have a conversation with, whereas Forgg there looks kind of like someone who hurts animals or something. But, you know, taking nothing away from Forgg, even though he is creepy as hell, Forgg is a very good player. I would definitely put him as like an A-class player, a solid A-class player. You know, despite the success he had in that MSL 2 seasons ago, I do not believe he's as good a player as Flash, or as good a player as Jaedong. He's probably like a Jangby level player, like a really good player that, although he has broken through and won a major title unlike Jangby, I don't think he's quite S-class. Now let's just go ahead and get the colors and positions for you. Stork, of course, is the purple Protoss in the upper left, the 11 o'clock position, and Forgg is going to be the Teal Terran at the 7 o'clock position. And this map is Byzantium 2, which I believe is a pretty even map, actually, PvT. It's pretty even. The stats for it are maybe a little bit Protoss biased, but I think that's just, you know, that's just an anomaly. I think it's pretty even matchup between these two races. I don't think there's anything that really favors one race over the other per se. And I really think that I don't know who's going to win this matchup. I hope Stork wins, because I think, like most people, would just rather see Stork win this than Forgg. I like Stork. I think he seems like a good guy. You know, he seems like one of those, you know, good-mannered players that everyone can root for. He was kind of the perpetual underdog. You know, everyone loves an underdog. Of course, after winning the last OSL, I don't really know if you can call him an underdog anymore. No longer the perpetual second-place finisher. Stork, of course, claiming that last title, has established himself as one of the greats of the game, for sure. And, you know, Forgg, very good player as well, but I mean, come on, it's Forgg. Yeah. So yeah, I hope Stork takes this match down. I hope he takes this best-of-5 series from Forgg. But I think that Forgg, you know, is going to be able to give him, you know, a good fight for sure. Forgg has been playing well recently, but so has Stork. Stork, people said, was having sort of a mini slump, sort of not doing that great, and then he came alive really in the tiebreaker round of the OSL recently, and was able to make it through there after some very strong competition. In improbable fashion, I would say, against his worst matchup, and there we see Forgg with his Skydon SCV kind of stealing the minerals there. And there the poll says that 79% of the Korean fans favor Stork to win this matchup. So 79% of the Koreans, of course, think that Stork is going to win. And, you know, I don't know if that's because they like Stork more, they really think he's that much of a better player. Who can say? At any rate, it looks like Forgg has just the one SCV on gas, probably going to be going for one Faction 2 expansion build. Very standard on this map, which is, I would say, is definitely more of a macro map than not. Because of the ledges surrounding the base, you can have some success going for, I think, an early 2 gated Protoss, putting some pressure on the opponent, but it's a bigger map. I believe that the Terran is going to be able to establish his second base fairly easily. It doesn't look like, actually, he is going for a 2 gate with range. We're going to have to see if Stork is going to try try for a very quick game here. This is what I was saying. This early 2-gate with Dragoon range can be very effective at keeping the Terran opponent in his base because of the fact that your natural base is lower. It's on lower ground than your natural. There's kind of a ramp that overlooks your main base. But we're going to have to see exactly how fast Stork's going to be able to go over there, because I don't think his SCV has found Forgg yet, or his probe has found Forgg's base. So he's going to have a little bit delay there. And ooh, it looks like, okay, never mind. Stork is definitely going for a proxy robo right there. That's the only purpose there could be for that. He's probably going to get these Dragoons out, these ranged goons, go ahead and put a little pressure on Forgg, make Forgg commit some resources to defending his front there from these Dragoons, which are going to be looming down his base from that ramp overlooking them. And then he is going to just come right into the main with a shuttle, and if Forgg scouts this could be a big trouble for Stork, and it looks like Forgg has scouted that. That SCV was definitely in range. Yeah, definitely in range of that pylon. I'm like 98% sure. I'm like 99% sure that SCV definitely was in range of that pylon. Saw that pylon. So maybe Stork won't go for this after all. You see that Forgg knows what trouble that can be, this early 2-gate pressure, and so he's put the bunker there to defend his natural up on this ledge. But Dragoon range has just kicked in from Stork, which means that his Dragoons actually outrange that bunker, but he's got 4 SCVs here repairing the bunker, and Forgg looks like he's going to be okay against this. As soon as siege mode comes out for that tank to build a siege up there and just totally take care of this harass on that bunker, the 3 Dragoons not be able to do any damage to that bunker with the SCVs they're repairing it. So at this point in the game, it definitely looks to me like, well, yeah, Forgg is obviously in a big lead because he's establishing his second base here. I don't know if he's finished with his command center yet, but he's definitely started his command center, I would assume. Actually, they probably showed it, but I'm sorry I missed it. But he's probably started his second command center, so he's going to be an expansion up on Stork if Stork can't do anything about that. And here we see a Dragoon out in the field here trying to hunt down one of Forgg's SCVs. Yeah, and there's the command center. Okay, so I was wrong that he hadn't started it before. So if Stork puts down his expansion very soon, he might be in an okay shape economically. But at this point in time, you know, 2 bases off 2 bases is not where you want to be. And Stork has still not thrown down his Nexus yet. So Stork is definitely in a hole at this point. And he's either going to have to put down his Nexus really soon or start trying to think of a more creative way to assault Forgg's base, because Forgg is well protected at this point. And here we see the support big window, so he might be going still for some Reaver harass. But if he does go for that Reaver harass, he's going to have to get a lot done with it, because the Nexus is still not built. And I think I see a probe heading over that direction for Stork to throw down that Nexus sometime soon. But he is going to be behind. I'm sorry, that wasn't a probe. There's just a couple of Zealots moving out to continue this harass right here. So yeah, it all hinges on this harass.